Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you're watching. It's your girl Choose, and just wanted to stop by with today's thought. A lot of us are passionate, and we hold passion as a very big deal because we get emotionally wrapped up in it, and it gives us a profound sense of involvement. This is a good thing when it's used wisely, and it's not such a good thing when it is not used in a wise way, such as things called crimes of passion. You see, the issue with only having passion is it's focused on one thing only, and therefore it's going to burn out, or if you're a person, it's now known as crash out. Compassion is something that's on a whole different level of emotions. It is passion, but it is an explosion of all inclusiveness. It doesn't get exhausted. It doesn't lead to pain. It doesn't lead to struggles. It doesn't lead to suffering. And there's just full on hate. I think you'd have to be less than human when you see both passion and compassion tossed out the window into full on chaos and hatred. Same people that shake their heads at the wrongdoings of others don't seem to understand how you perpetuate violence. I mean, do we not remember Whitney Houston's song, Greatest Love of All? While we tend to focus on I believe the children are our future in that song, there's also a chorus in that song where she says she never had a hero to look up to. And I think it goes like a lonely place to be, and so I learned to depend on me. Isn't that what the youth of today are doing? They're out here running amok, and we're blaming them for their behavior. And that's really a shame when our behavior is worse than theirs. When the youth are talking about, hey, we're just trying to be safe and stay together, and you have people that are older than them that are about divisiveness and things that have nothing to do with building. And that's where I'm going to bring it back to compassion. Because again, compassion is all inclusive. It's thinking about everyone. That's why compassion never gets old. It never burns out. It never gets tired. And if we just learn to extend a little more compassion to both ourselves and each other, the world could be so much better just in our conversations alone. And whether we mean the world at large, or your world in your community, or your world in your household, it all matters. It's really about that ripple effect. You know how you throw a pebble in a pond and you just see the ripples? That's all. That's all we should aim to do. If we just added a little more compassion towards ourselves and each other, especially when we're using self-talk or talk toward each other, do you know how much more that we can understand each other? You know what? Let's talk about that next time. So, until then, sending love and light.